Hey everybody, this is Cardmaster Squigs here.
This is Cardmaster Ghost.
This is Cardmaster Mastercard here as well.
We are watching the duel between Mooseph and Brenin, who also dueled earlier in the tournament against each other. In this duel, this is, who is it? Rex Raptor versus Dartz. And we've got Mooseph going ahead and shouting out his Twitch again.
Yeah, Seal of Oracle first.
Yeah, Seal of Oracle is always a good opener. Brenin shouting out his, spelled it wrong, but he's shouting out his YouTube at Top Terra. If this card attacks, your opponent can activate the effects of effect monsters until the end of the damage step. An okay stun card for the back in the old days. Of course, now it's pretty shit. Oh god, what is that?
I remember this card in the anime. Get it.
Pay 500 life points, special summon this card from your hand. While this card's on the field, all battle damage you take from battles involving monsters you will become 0. When this card's destroyed, you can special summon one or monsters from your hand or deck. If he's attacking, no battle damage to special summon the Shinoros. Okay. This card's attack is equal to the battle damage reduced to 0 by the effect of Yugioh, which should be 1900, which is not great. When this card is summoned, you can special summon one Aristeros and Dexia from your hand or deck. This is what I don't like about Dart's cards, is that they're all so complicated. The artwork is pretty cool. That one's pretty basic, but altogether the artwork is pretty cool.
Do something too.
Yeah, they're different. One is Aristeros, one is Dexia. It's the same image, just flipped because of whatever reason. Now, what are their effects? Because he just attacked into a monster. So, this card cannot be destroyed while you control Shinoros. When this card battles with your opponent's monster, the attack of this card becomes equal to either that attack position monster attack or that defense position monster defense plus 300. So he's actually going to be able to walk over Top Terra and deal 300 damage. So it's a good card if your opponent has monsters, but not good if they don't, because they don't actually gain any attack. Shinoros is pretty weak. It would have been better if Rex Raptor had, you know, a Red Eyes out and then the Yugioh walked into that, the Shinoros would have been a lot stronger. But in this case, it's just 1900 by Top Terra.
So, attack.
He attacked it. It looks like, from what I'm seeing in the chat, they're kind of touch and go here, but Top Terra should be destroyed, and then 300 damage should be going to 5 points.
300 plus attack your.
Correct. So Top Terra is 1400, gets 500 for the Orichalcos to 900, then Dexia will become 22, which is what they're figuring out in chat. And he should attack with Shinoros directly, but
Not seeing much play for Dinosaur.
Yeah, Rex sucks. So
Rex
there's not many plays he can have here. It's interesting because Rex Raptor is one of the earliest villains of the anime, and Dartz is the second to last main villain. Oh, okay, well it doesn't matter because he's going to get met with the bottomless trap hole to banish the time meter. Which now puts us in the situation I was bringing up earlier. Dexia and Aristeros are only good if your opponent controls a monster. Right now, I don't have anything, so Dartz is forced to pass. We're just working at the effects here in the chat. Very confusing. They're very long effects. Yeah.
This monster passes.
So whatever he attacks into here, the Dexia will gain 300 more. So it's just another situation of walking over. We're kind of in a little stalemate situation here until either Brenin can get rid of the Dexia, or I don't even really know. Mooseph will have to do something in addition to having Dexia on board. It's a good draw card here, but just dealing 300 damage every turn isn't going to do much. Another set pass.
Yeah, here's Rex Raptor.
Yeah, that's good on Brenin, for being honest. Alright, Rex, that's actually a card that's being played in Dinosaurs now. I'm pretty sure he's gonna end. Brenin's gonna set one and pass. And we're kind of just gonna, oh, okay, just another pass. So it's just past city here, boys.
Yeah, like they're just gonna.
Yeah. Well, if it does go that route, which I doubt it will, but Mooseph does have less cards in his deck, so technically in this situation, Brenin does have the advantage because if they are forced to deck out, Mooseph would be first, but I'm pretty sure one of them will have something. Okay. Oh, here we go with the tribute summon. 2 tributes. Oh, his seal destroys the special summon monsters, but he's actually going to level up the seal. Gross. And use the ritual spell Orikako's Mirror to special summon Knight from deck. Now, this is actually a pretty broken card that's about to come out here. So when he's ritual summoned, how many?
Okay, so this card can only be ritual with Oracle. When this card is ritual summoned, 4 Mirror Knight token. Once per turn, place 1 shield count every Mirror Knight, and when a Mirror Knight token with the shield counter battles an opponent monster attack, equal to that monster's attack until the end of the damage step. If a Mirror Knight token shield counter would be destroyed, remove its shield counter. Yeah, wow, so it has protection.
Now,
and
normally they can just ram into. Now, the leveled up seal will actually help Mooseph gain 500 life points for each of his monsters on the field, and he can move monsters from his monster zones into the spell and trap zone to protect them. Now, ordinarily, all the tokens are 0 attack, but Field Spell gives him 500, so he can attack directly for 5, I do believe.
Wow, and he gains 25.
Every turn, Mooseph will gain 2,500 at least, and Brenin effectively has to destroy each token twice because of the shield counters. That's why I think Mirror Knight Calling's a pretty broken card. Special summon of the Gillosaurus here. We'll let Mooseph special summon from his graveyard. But his cards are tricky. I don't know if they can actually be special summoned except by their own effects. We'll see what he decides to do here. Normal summon,
Alright.
the Urabi. I think the play here for Brenin is to use Gillosaurus to ram into one of the Mirror Knight tokens, then use Urabi to actually get it off of the field. Now, it won't do much, but it will stop Mooseph from gaining an additional 500. So he'll only get 2,000 each turn instead of 25.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. Oh, he actually used Urabi to get into the crystal. That was actually a better play because now his tokens can no longer get any more shields. Which means if he can remove their shields, he can take them out one by one.
So he can even attack them here?
Yes, unless there's a monster in front of them. So if he had moved the Mirror Knight Calling to the middle spell and trap zone, then Brenin would have had to get rid of the middle Mirror Knight token first before he actually get into the crystal. Would have been a better play. So Mooseph kind of fucked up there. That's alright. Strategy in chat is good for them. Honest, I wouldn't talk in strategy with my opponent in chat, but I this is exactly what I was talking about. He had to ram into his monster to remove the token, but that token.
No, that card's cut. Once per turn, you can.
If your opponent is just playing defensively, you can keep moving into attack mode to start dealing damage.
Oh wait. They just did it.
Correct. He attacked, and it'll get rid of the token, but it'll also destroy the monster. Oh, okay, well, a little late on the bottomless trap hole play, but Moosef's going to give it to him, which is fine. But I guess we're going to still be in the battle phase. The token's going to remove his counter, get Urabi off the field, and attack directly for another 1,000 damage. The 2 tokens that still have counters on them. It's a very slow grind game here. Another Urabi, which isn't going to do much for Brenin. Brenin doesn't know all of the Orichalcos field spell effects, which Dartz is the only one that runs the second and third levels of the field spell. But field spell will allow him to tribute a monster to destroy one of Brenin's monsters. Meaning, anytime Brenin can destroy one of his tokens, he can just tribute it and destroy the monster instead. So they both run the same amount of advantage.
This is the first time I'm seeing tokens doing all the damage work, which
It's very rare.
yeah, very
Rare. You see tokens being played in the meta now, but not in.
not as main monster.
But when you're running vanilla monsters with 1300 attack, it does seem like the way to go. Brenin's got to do something to get rid of these tokens. I don't know if Raptor runs a dark hole.
What about a mirror force?
A mirror force would be perfect, and he would clear them all out. Mooseph would have an open field, and then he can start really unleashing his dinosaurs to attack for game. But each turn he has these tokens. Mooseph keeps gaining life once he's at 13,000 right.
Yeah.
Like I always say, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Doesn't look like red.
700 life points left. This is his last turn. Well, what?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's probably just showing his hand now.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to show all his bosses.
Oh, yeah, all these tribute monsters. Double Mega Zowler. Well, that is going to be game. Brenin should concede here any moment.
Another side decking.
That was the first duel? That felt like forever. Oh my god. Okay, well, game one goes to Dartz. Whew. Okay, well, let's hope the second duel isn't so grind based, but it does seem like the Dartz strategy is just that. Gain life points, bring out these tokens, and just keep running over your opponent's monsters.
Yeah.
Special something to us for us so we can normal summon the Urabi. Not a bad opener for Rex Raptor. There goes the Orichalcos immediately into the second level, which will allow him to start gaining life points. Monster count, allow him to use trap card zones. So,
Right.
Wait, he could just put it back there to the back row?
yes, due to the field spell, will allow him to use his spell and trap card zone. So he paid 500 to special summon. Not sure exactly what happened, because he should have used Kyotor to attack into a monster, and that would bring out Shinoros. I just don't know what the attack was. Again, just like last game, bring out the Aristeros and the Dexia. Not terrible, but it does seem like we're heading in the same direction as last game. Very deja vu here. So Dexia really should gain 300 additional, or do 300 damage. Oh no, yeah, because of the seal, he'll actually do 800 damage. So maybe we won't be in for such a long game. But this is almost a carbon copy of the first duel here. Trachodon and Gillosaurus.
When this card is, you can special summon it, but it cannot. Rest of this card, this is special summon by its own. Keep your next office up. This card gains 500 the number of times it was by its own effect.
That's a pretty ridiculous card.
This special.
Yeah, anytime it's destroyed, it special summons, and then the amount of attack it gains is 500 times the amount of times he's been special summoned this
So
duel.
he keeps gaining 5.
The only way to get rid of that would be to bounce it back to the hand or to banish him. I don't know if Rex Raptor runs any of those cards. So it would be in Brenin's best interest to not attack the Gigas so that its attack stays at right now 900.
Doesn't work regular.
And he'll level up to the third level of Orichalcos.
So do they get different effects when they
Yes.
Field spell?
So, let's. Okay, so the last effect of the third field spell would be to negate and destroy any spell or trap effects that target monsters that Dartz controls. So, it is a permanent, unlimited Omni negate for spells and traps that target. Also, Tritos has a built-in effect that it cannot leave the field by card effects. So essentially, Brenin's really in a terrible, terrible situation because you can't remove the field spell, you can't destroy the Gigas, and all of his spells and traps that target are pretty much moot. So at this
on top
point,
of that, he has more.
and he's just going to keep gaining and gaining and gaining life points. Starting to think Rex Raptor never had a chance. It's just going to be same old song and dance, gain life points, run over monsters. Damage. Don't know what the attack of the Shinoris is currently at. The Dexia will run over the Trachodon, and the Gigas will attack for 1400. He just not want his monster to go. There it goes.
Okay. Right.
Well, he was brought back once, and then the Orichalcus will give it 500 additional attacks, so it's actually at 14.
So this guy came back.
Well, I don't know why he
Only lost
accidentally
400.
went to the graveyard. I don't know why he only lost 4. Maybe Brennan's trying to cheat here a little bit, just survive a little longer. Oh, there it goes. Mooseph was quick to correct him. Pretty good board here. I don't know.
Sad, but I don't know if Rex went.
Rex Raptor definitely does not run Lightning Storm. Dark Hole would do it, but then the Gigas would come right back. So the problem here is really Brenin needs to banish the Gigas or return it to hand using a monster effect, since the Orichalcus field spell will negate any spell or trap effects that target. So I'm pretty sure this is just GG's, and we're just going through, you know, the commonalities, the pleasantries of the actual duel, not to make Brenin feel terrible for this awful duel. Not that it's Brennan's fault. There's nothing he can do. Rex Raptor doesn't run a lot of good cards. So.
Yeah. Alright, let's also give credit to Mooseph.
You are right.
Yeah, this board here is insane. I don't see a lot of decks.
A board with a monster that each time it's destroyed comes back with more attack, unlimited amount of times, a field spell that negates all spell and traps that target. Oh, there it is.
Alright.
He's read the writing on the walls and admitted defeat, which is good because that saves us another hour of, you know,
Yeah.
what this one
doing
could have been.
500 damage every turn.
Wow. Well, that was a
What a
good duel
duel.
by Mooseph. Brenin, I'm sorry. The matchup was not in your favor. But all right, Dartz will be moving on in the tournament. Excited to see his next one. Hopefully, I will not be commentating on that because I would like to save some time.
Alright, ciao everyone.